Hey everyone. So I'm very quickly making this video to hopefully be able to excuse myself for a bit and let those who are wondering know what's next for the future of this channel, although there's probably not that many of you at this point. So in this video I'm going to be covering standards, where I've been and where I'm going to be, other projects, and the future. So if any of that stuff sounds interesting to you, then be sure to stick around, I guess. Okay, so standards. I've already talked a bit about this in the update vlog in my second channel from earlier this year, but in case you don't want to sit through all that rambling, I'll give a quick recap. While attempting to produce a second episode, things were kinda hectic. Pretty much all of the data for the show was lost when a flash drive broke. People came and went in terms of production. We were still waiting for lots of audio, and a lot was happening in my personal life. I know that was quite quick and vague, but like I said, I discuss all of that here in more detail if you care enough to listen. After a few months into making the second episode, it became quite apparent that the production was just such a train wreck, and it wasn't really as efficient as I had hoped. So it was eventually shelved, and a new and better episode was written instead to serve as the second episode, which I'll be giving more info on soon. Not only that, but the series as a whole was and still kinda is going through a phase of really figuring out what it wants to be and how the series is gonna go and feel and whatnot, which has led to multiple hiatuses and troubled production. And a lot has been developed and written in terms of characters and plot, and I genuinely cannot stress how eager I am to show it to you guys. These are characters I've always wanted to develop, and this is a story I really want to tell. It seems pretty silent on the outside, but I can promise you that the show is always being worked on in some way or another, whether it's writing, art, or anything else. Unfortunately, I can't give a meaningful release date for anything standards related at the moment, and I probably won't be able to for a really long time. This next episode in particular is definitely going to take even longer due to my personal life, which leads me to my next point, where I've been and where I'm going. I've just started my junior year of high school, and for those who don't know, it's said to be one of the hardest. Yay. This is the year for test taking, college researching, and stress. I won't bore you with the details, but school takes up a majority of my schedule when it's in session, both with the work and my interest in the theater program, which also gets pretty busy. As a matter of fact, even making this video was a bit of a challenge. And during the summer, I attend a school program for Upward Bound, which is an academic program that helps low-income and first-generation students with going to college and having cool experiences. So I get to go on a lot of cool trips and do a lot of cool things that I might possibly film some of and put on my second channel, but I'll get to more of that later. With all of this growing up and stressing in the way, I have little to no time to actually work on things like standards. Of course, I get ideas and doodle things constantly, but there was almost no time for me to actually be able to work on the show itself. I also think focusing on school and everything is important so that I can better my chances at successfully being able to turn this whole filmmaking stuff into a career is just putting a bit of a hinder on the current stuff and my mental health. We love education. Other projects. In the midst of my stress and despair, I've been a part of many other things. I recently helped with the Astive movie collab put together by FishyTube of the Exploiters. I've worked on quite a few things for school, as well as my second channel, a few personal animation tests, and a live action project, which I've been working on for a while now that I can't talk about just yet. If you're ever curious about the other stuff I've been working on, I recommend checking out my other productions playlist, which will be updated every time something I'm involved in goes public. Okay, I think that's everything very briefly summed up. Videos like these would usually go up on my second channel, but I feel like it would reach more of you if I uploaded it here. Speaking of my second channel, be sure to subscribe to JaylenTC Extra if you're interested in behind the scenes content and more personal videos like vlogs and rambles and whatever I may put out, I don't know. Also, even though I genuinely hate to plug, if you want to stay more frequently updated whenever news is worth sharing, be sure to follow me on Twitter or any of the standards accounts to be updated on things specifically about the show. And finally, thank you all for watching because it truly means a lot to me, and I'm sorry that I'm so inconsistent. I know that quite a few of you have been here for a while now, and I can't express how thankful I am for that. Have a nice day, I guess. I don't know how to do outros. Yeet.